Hey guys, what is going on? Pete on the beat here. In this video we are going to discuss the subject free weights versus machines, or machines versus free weights. It's pretty hot topic in a bodybuilding community or the fitness community in general. So the question is, which are better, which I prefer to use, which should you use? And the answer right off the bat, the best answer that I can give you right off the bat is basically I prefer to incorporate both. As you probably know, I'm huge volume type of guy. I'm huge proponent and user, if I can put it like this, of the pre-exhausting methods and pre-fatigue the muscle and that kind of approach. So I love the free weights, but I feel like I'm able to get the most out of each and every free weighted movement when I pre-exhaust the muscle and pre-fatigue with some form of a isolation, more of an isolation type of movement, either if it's cable, hammer strength machine, I love hammer strength machine, or for example some form of leg press, V-squat, hack squat, or even, this is pretty rare, like exotic type of movement. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, Smith CC hack. This is a killer quad movement. But on the other hand, there are a lot more benefits with doing free weighted movement. As you probably already know this, you are able to burn more calories, you are able to activate a lot more muscle fibers. Basically, you are using the stabilizing muscles and so on and so forth. But again, I'm that type of guy that truly believes I'm able to get the most out of those compound or like free weighted movements when I do the pre-exhaustion before that, and basically when I prep the muscle. And in the end of the day, I prefer to do all those movements when I already have a decent amount of blood and a decent pump going into a particular muscle area. The best answer I can give you right off the bat is to do both. If I really have to pick one over another, I will definitely go with the free weights. There is no single drop of doubt about it. I will definitely prefer to rely mostly on free weights, but there is a single situation that I would like to share with you. I would like to share something like personal experience with this particular split, with this particular single situation where I would prefer to rely mostly on machines. So as you probably know, I always do experiments with my frequency. As you probably know, I prefer to do a lot of volume training, a lot of high intensity training, and on the other hand, I prefer to hit a body part more and more frequently, because I truly believe this is the best way to get more nutrients into the muscle, and basically this is the way how you make it grow. But anyway, there is a split. This split is so popular, you're probably already familiar with this split. It's ARNOLD split. By the way, I'll put a link in the description for this split. Arnold Schwarzenegger trains like muscle group 3 times per week. I know a lot of people will say this is complete insanity, this is total craziness, this is overtraining, this is that or whatever. You're not gonna be able to do this if you're not on all kinds of gear and that kind of stuff. When Arnold used to do this, he was on gear and that kind of stuff. But anyway, I tried this split and the split is amazing. So what I found is, if I use this split, I'm able to make like drastic improvements for a really short period of time. But on the other hand, if I continue with this split, I'm not able to do this split forever, most definitely. Because after the second week, if you're familiar with the split, I'll put a link in the description as I mentioned, but if you're familiar with the split, then you already know that most of the movements are like free weighted movements, and on the other hand, the whole split is based around training 6 days per week, training twice a week, which is too much for a lot of people, and a lot of people will not gonna be able to do this. But what I found is, after the set, everything goes pretty well, everything is nice until the second week. After the second week, basically I feel like it's not that I'm hitting plateau, but I definitely feel like I'm overtaxing my system and I'm not able to perform at my best with each and every of the next sessions. And yeah, I feel like I'm overtaxing my system. So I tried some different things here and there, and I start to replace most of the free weighted compound movements with machines such as hammer strength machines, mostly hammer strength machines and Smith machines, and the results were amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you, the results are amazing. I'm able to constantly make improvements with this split, and I do not feel like I'm overtaxing my system. I keep the intensity high, I keep the volume exact the same. I even keep some of the free weighted movements, but they are like more of an isolation type of movements. For example, like dumbbell pullovers on flat bench for pre-exhaustion, and on another hand, what else? Some forms of dumbbell flies, like incline dumbbell flies and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I rely on machines, and believe it or not, I'm able to make huge progress on a day-to-day basis constantly. Basically, my opinion is that this is one of the best splits that I've tried out there, believe it or not. So the thing that I would like to give you, like a recommendation or an advice or just a food for thought, you can take it as food for thought. The more and more frequently you train a body part, the more and more you will probably feel you need to rely on machines and isolated movements. So yeah, this is it. And in the end of the day, if you're that type of guy that trains like 5 to 6 times per week, not 5 to 6 days, but 5 to 6 workouts with resistance training, with weights and that kind of stuff, I would definitely recommend you to stick with the free weights. So yeah, this is basically it. I hope you find the video helpful and useful. If so, please do not hesitate and click on the thumbs up button down below. If you're interested in more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be so happy if you do this. As you probably know, if you're already a subscriber, I really try to stay as consistent as I can, and I try to put out content daily. So basically this is it. I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video, guys. Peace, and I'm out, and have a nice